Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Persona 5 Tactica. In the last episode we faced off against and toppled our second tyrant and the kingdom he ruled over, dropping Lord Yusuke once and for all, although there was a few casualties in our war to end his wicked rule of the twisted form of a feudal Japan completely under the watchful eyes of a manipulative emperor, while also learning a little bit more about the death of Toshiro's mother, and how it actually happened. Although we didn't see what truly caused it, it did seem like it was a very similar situation to what Futaba had went through with her very own mother. With the truth starting to finally be revealed, it's time we make our way through the next door of our adventure, towards our next kingdom of our journey. The thing is, what will we find on the other side? Will it be just as sinister, or will the malice or evil be much more masked and hidden behind the scenes? Honestly, only one way to truly find out, and that is to take the dive straight into whatever crazy world we're about to be completely immersing ourselves within. So, that being said, we're 100% not heading back to the real world, let's be honest here. From what we've seen already, it's definitely going to be us staying in the kingdoms. Thing is what is our third kingdom going to be? Because let's be honest here, it could be anything. Since we've already dealt with Toshiro's dad, and we dealt with Toshiro's wife. So, who else is there left that could be, against Toshiro in some way, shape, or form? Because, honestly, could be anything. But the thing is, with that being said, it's time we head out to our next major point in our story, since all we need to do is load up the save for the second kingdom being cleared, and we are straight off to where we need to go next. Also, we got the DLC now, so we'll be able to do that in the near future. But, don't know if I'm going to use the weapons at all, but here's our second door. Or technically third door, if we count the first one. But, honestly, what are we going to find behind the next one? Because, honestly, who knows? It really is a big question, honestly. Okay, so it seems a little more masked this time. Or maybe it is a little bit more sinister. I'm not really sure. One thing to note for sure is the abundance of loudspeakers everywhere, which is a little concerning. But other than that, it just looks like a normal school. It's definitely not Shujin though. And it's definitely not the Persona 4 school either. So, kind of curious where this school is, because it's definitely not any of the ones we've seen in any of the Persona games, or at least none of the ones I played, because I've never played 1 or 2, and I'm pretty sure those take place in schools too. But, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so the next major place is connected to a school. This definitely has some major implications for Toshiro. Because I think, with the fact that this is more real compared to the last two ones, that's gotta mean something, right? It's gotta. Or maybe not, but it seems that way. Let's see what's going on with the crew and see what they think about this.
Huh? Where'd we end up now?
Good question, Morgana. Very good question. An academy of some sort, for sure.
Looking at the building, it reminds me of a school. It sure isn't Shujin, though.
Yeah, for sure. There's no way.
Hey, do you think we finally made it back to our own world?
No, definitely not. with the fact of all the loudspeakers, we're definitely still inside one of the kingdoms.
We're not in a weird-ass time warp anymore. We've got to be home.
Nobody.
No, take a closer look. The place is a mess, and there are speakers all over.
Yeah, that is really strange. I wonder why there's a lot of speakers. There's gotta be a reason for that.
Not only that, look how you're dressed. Pretty sure we're still in the metaverse.
Which, yeah, one look at each other is a one-way ticket to knowing for sure.
Ah, good point there. Man, all this portal stuff's really messing with my head.
Honestly, same for sure.
This place is...
Remember anything, Toshiro? Because, honestly, seems like everything's connected to you in some shape of way every single time. Anything coming to mind?
Do you recognize it, Toshiro?
Maybe.
I get the feeling that I should know it, but I'm still unable to recall exactly.
Well, at least you got some kind of semblance of what this could be. That's good. But we need more information from something. Maybe even whatever tyrant is the ruler of this world, maybe.
Based on past experience, it stands to reason that this place has a tyrannical ruler as well.
I would definitely say so.
Yes, we certainly can't rule that out.
The only thing is who is the tyrannical ruler of this place?
Granted, we also shouldn't assume it'll be the same as it was with Marie and Yoshiki.
True. Very true.
Wait, that means we still haven't made it back to Erina's world, huh?
Well, yeah. Definitely, yeah. But I don't think we're going to be able to go back. So I don't know how we're going to drop Erina back off where she's supposed to be. I don't even know if it's possible anymore.
We definitely have to consider how we might get her back there, yeah.
Yeah, it is a little questionable if we're going to ever be able to. Probably, maybe, but you never know.
Erina? What's wrong?
Yeah, you okay, Erina?
Oh, nothing. It's just a strange feeling I'm getting.
Strange feeling, you say? Okay, well, hope you're okay.
Isn't the air here almost suffocating?
Suffocating? That's an interesting word for it. Well, apparently we can say that she's right. Let's say she's right then.
So you feel it too?
Yeah, it is kind of eerie, for sure. The school atmosphere with all the loudspeakers, and it seems odd. And also, one thing to note, all the little dots of, like, white on the screen. Like, there's, like, some kind of, like, fog or, like some kind of, like, fog or smog or something there that we can barely see.
I'm not sure what the words are for it. It's like there's more tension in the air than before.
Well, that's worrying.
Really? I sure don't feel it.
Honestly, I kind of get that feeling too, honestly, by the surroundings.
Let's say we head inside. Standing out here won't serve us any further.
It'd probably be even worse inside. But, yeah, probably for the best if we go inside.
That's true. We should learn whatever we can about this place.
Yeah, as fast as we can, too, before anything bad truly happens here.
Bear in mind, we have no idea what's in there, so be careful.
The music's also concerning, too. The soft piano music playing on the outside here definitely feels like it's ramping up to something big. And, like, I mean big. Well, inside we go. Wonder what we're gonna find.
It actually looks pretty normal in here, huh?
Yeah, it kinda does, honestly. The windows are strange, though. On the left side, you can definitely tell it's not a real school. And it's warped as well, on, like, the walls and stuff, too. Like, the board behind Joker on the left of him is somewhat warped in the middle. It's weird. It's like pretending to be a school. As much as it can, but it's very twisted. It's definitely kind of scary, honestly.
And look! Our regular clothes are back.
That's weird. So we're safe here. Why?
Ah, we finally made it to
No, we definitely didn't, buddy.
another weird place. Just take a look at Mona.
Yep. Mona or Morgana is the one-way ticket of knowing for sure we're still in the metaverse. Morgana's always the giant anime cat we know one-way ticket to knowing we're still in the metaverse. Because, well, Morgana doesn't change inside of Cafe LeBlanc. Or at least from our entire journey so far in Tactica. Thing is, though, what's gonna happen?
But if we've changed, at least, does that mean we're safe here? Like at the hideout?
I honestly don't know.
In theory, yes. But there's still too much we don't know about this place.
True. It could be, like, making us have a false sense of security, maybe. That would be weird. Like, it would be very interesting to have a thing about that. We've never really had that. We've had, like, an instance where we were, like, outside of our costumes for a very good chunk amount of time in Royal during the final palace. But for the most part, I'm gonna be honest, we've never, like, had a palace, like, trick us before. And that would be kind of interesting to see if this is one. May not be one, but it would be interesting.
Stay on guard, Joker.
Yeah, just in case, bud. Okay, well, off we go then.
Man, ain't anyone here? It's too damn quiet.
That is even more foreboding. The fact that it's really quiet here, too.
The entire building seems vacant. It'd take forever to check every single classroom, though.
Yeah, it probably would take forever.
Our attire hasn't changed again. I pray that means we won't be running into trouble.
Who knows, buddy? Who knows?
Whoa! Now what is that?
Yeah, that is strange. Okay. Strange, creepy door in the middle of the school. Okay.
Is that a door?
Apparently so. Although, where it leads, who knows? The fire in the little, kind of like, lantern-like things is a little weird, too. And the almost blood-like color, like, red blood-like color like mementos is a little worrying as well.
Well, a rather out-of-place one.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't assume it's mere decoration, but I also can't imagine what may lie beyond it.
Honestly, same. I'm kind of curious what's behind it as well. Should we go in there, though?
Oh, it opened!
Okay. It's like it's inviting us in there, then.
Man, I can't tell what's on the other side. Can any of you?
From this current angle, no.
I'd be willing to bet it connects to a different world.
Really? You think that? I guess only one way to check, right?
What's the plan?
What's the plan for Joker? Good question there, Morgana. It's worth checking out. It looks scary. Honestly, it's worth checking out.
Yes. To be fair, it's definitely a risk.
Major risk. But, honestly, at this point, we might as well take any risk we can get.
But I've made up my mind already. I must keep moving forward.
Yeah, we can't stand back. If this world wants to show us something like this, it's showing it for a reason, maybe.
Agreed. Simply wandering these halls forever won't do us any good.
Which is also true.
Alright, folks. No getting cold feet. We'll go on the count of 3.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3!
Oh, you did it the other way. Okay, in we go then. Where exactly is this gonna take us, though? Is the real question. Music. Oh. We enter in our costumes again.
Where are we?
Well, somewhere dangerous with the fact that our costumes are back.
Back and fighting for him, guys.
For sure.
So we finally landed in enemy territory. Be careful, everyone.
As careful as we can possibly be, at least.
Oh, it's so muggy in here. Ugh, it smells awful.
That's interesting. Smells awful.
It's like something's rotting. Wish I had something to dull my nose.
Rotting. Wonder what could be rotting in here.
Oppressive atmosphere, smoldering landscape, stench of death in the air.
Okay, so like Erina was saying, it has a weird atmosphere. Apparently it's smoldering, which I can kind of see the lava in the background. And then the stench of death. So, like rotting meat, almost, which is kind of freaky, honestly. What kind of weird, sinister place are we inside of, honestly? And who are we dealing with this time around is the real question.
It's as if we've literally entered some sort of hell.
Yeah, that would definitely be a way to say it.
Whatever the hell this is, don't you hear something? Like voices?
Voices.
So,
He's the one
What is
Stickers knows our
Hey!
He's over there.
Always creeping around stairs.
That's
Some
weird.
speakers. What are those doing in here?
Well, they were on the outside, so it makes sense to be in here.
Those voices. I wish I knew what they were talking about.
It sounded like they were whispering about something or someone. And if it is about Toshiro with everything, maybe they're talking about Toshiro? Maybe. Like, if it's a school, maybe it's students? Maybe. It's not 100% on that. But it is a good guess. So maybe the students are talking about Toshiro in the way he is? Or maybe they're talking about whoever the tyrant of this palace is? It really is a big question, honestly. Any idea, Toshiro?
Just picked up multiple readings. Legionnaires!
Okay, more Legionnaires. Wonder if we're gonna get any new ones in this area.
So, the baddies finally made it. Let's get to work, Joker.
Let's get to work indeed. Okay. So, Toshiro was sweating, so maybe Toshiro's remembering something with those voices. It's a possibility, not 100%. But interesting, though. Nonetheless, everything about that is interesting. Okay, new-looking enemies. But nothing severely new. We do have the Parasol people back, though. And also, it looks like the speaker is a weapon. Wait a minute. Is it? Okay, here we go. Loudspeaker. A speaker that prohibits certain actions. Any rule breakers within its range is punished. Destructible. Okay. New terrain type. Which, one thing to note, by the way, apparently, in the DLC, from what I've heard, because I actually, sent it off to a friend of mine to start working on that when I'm not working on this series, to maybe have the chance of maybe using the DLC characters in the story. You can't use them for story, like, you can't actually, like, have them show up in the actual dialogues of the story, but you can actually play as them in the main story as long as you beat the DLC. Because it would be fun to at least have the chance to play as them in the main story for Akechi and for Sumire/Kasumi. Because it would be really fun to be able to play as them, even just as a little bit, because who knows how long the DLC is, so it would be nice to be able to play as them during this series before the end of the game, just as like an extra couple characters to play as. Because we like to play every character on the team as much as we can. So it would be cool to have like 2 other ones we could swap between and like, learn their playstyles before we do get into the DLC, because then we're going to be completely stuck with Joker, Akechi, and Sumire. Or Kasumi. Because apparently it's before the end of Royal, so it's before Sumire becomes Sumire. So it's Kasumi and then Akechi before he becomes Crow. Like, full Crow. So, definitely interesting. Very, very interesting. But honestly, with that being said, apparently we got a major crutch here, depending on how this works. So we need to be very careful about these loudspeakers. Anything else we should know about? Because we do have the these people back. Wind Scythe, Umbrella Shield. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Missing the Doms. Names might be important too. Hollow Helion. Looks like, obviously, like, apparently they're called Revengers, by the way. I've been calling them Ravagers. I'm gonna keep calling them that, but apparently that's their actual name. But heavy counter, and then we also have the Hostile Husk, which looks like the normal enemies, I think? Seems that way. Creepy looking Legionnaires, though, honestly, compared to like what we were dealing with before. They almost look like Headless Horsemen, almost. I don't think they have heads. Huh. Strange. Very strange. But honestly, with that being said, win condition is 8 turns, no one gets KO'd. Okay, got it. Honestly, for this round, looks like Erina and Haru don't get the bonuses right now, so we should swap. For what we're dealing with, we needed to deal with them in a certain way. So let's go with Yusuke for now, because we haven't used him in a bit. And then Ryuji could be interesting. Yeah, let's go Ryuji and Yusuke. I think that would be pretty fun to go with for our team for right now, and then figure out from there what we want to do. So go to the prep menu. Personas is definitely going to be the one that Yusuke likes to use currently, the Red Rider. And then obviously Kuruma Tengu needs to be moved over to good old Ryuji here, so we can make the extra money as much as we can possibly get. So honestly, from there, I guess we just prepare for whatever comes next, and then make sure we do a save on top of that. The Hell Beyond, apparently, is the name of our chapter. Okay, well here we go. Chapter 34, or Mission 34. Defeat all enemies. Skills prohibited in those zones. Okay. Attention all. Is prohibited. Okay.
Alright.
Weird.
What?
Where'd that voice come from? The loudspeaker.
It said something was prohibited, but they couldn't make out what it was. Super weird. Should we try getting closer?
Okay.
Gotcha. Gotta clean these ones up first then. Okay, so try and destroy that. No skills in that zone though, for sure. Loudspeakers dictate the rules of battle in their range by prohibiting certain actions. Any unit in a loudspeaker's range who performs a prohibited action will receive a penalty. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see here. Well, because we have Ryuji and Yusuke right now, we have double movement and double attack for right now. So let's definitely prepare for that. We do have to deal with, you-know-who over here. So we do need to be careful about that. This thing has 500 HP. Okay. Interesting. Well, first things first is figuring out how we're going to deal with our enemies here. So, what we do need to do first is figure out how we're going to really deal with these guys, and then move them from here. Could definitely hit him, but is it really necessary from this current angle? That's really the good question here. It's all about figuring out how we're going to move them, and go from there. So, if I were to hit you, you'd be able to move, but not close enough to actually hit me, because you're just out of range. So maybe Joker should be the one to move him, possibly. Could go Buffalo, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I think we're just going to go safety option and just do a quick shot on him. Actually, wait a minute, that guy doesn't have a head either. Wait a minute, do none of these guys have heads? Yeah, they don't. All the Legionnaires are missing their heads. That's weird. And they could not even be called Legionnaires here, because the other one was the Eisen Squad, and the first time it was the Legionnaires there. So it's possible that they're not even called that here. But you never know. Also, I'm gonna see if I can maybe Ziodyne. Well, I can one-shot you with a Ziodyne. Might be a good idea. But also, we can't do that because we're in an area where we can't use an ability. So we're just gonna blast you. So blast him down. And then figure out how we're gonna mess with these guys as much as we can. Okay, we can get up there. Can't really get behind this guy at the current moment, but that doesn't mean that we can't deal with them. It's just, we gotta do this in a certain way. Maybe. Maybe head up here. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. If I back up like this, what can I do with that? Okay, I can hit him. Doesn't really hit anybody else though. So maybe not doing that would be a good idea. Okay. Well, we can head down, maybe. Can I hit this thing into this? It doesn't look like it. It's just out of range, unfortunately. But I can maybe... Doesn't look like I can get this guy into a safe... Get Ryuji into a safe zone, while also getting this guy into a triple threat. Which is not really a good idea, so maybe we don't do that. Unless maybe if I go forward? Yeah, I can. Okay, this'll work. I don't mind getting hit by the Revenger if we can somehow get this guy into it. If possible. I'm not 100% on it. It looks like I might be able to, though. Maybe not, actually. I think I'm off just by a little bit. I'm not sure what we can do about that, then. Okay, well, if I move here, then...
Get ready.
What can I do? Because I can somewhat do something. But the thing is, at the same time, it doesn't look like I can.
You bet.
Well, if I go here-ish, maybe? It's gotta be like a very specific way of doing it. So far, I don't like any of the angles we're doing it from, though. I guess let's just try and get that guy, maybe. Because I don't think I'm gonna get the other guy in this triangle with being in a safe zone for right now. So maybe just hide here, do what we can, and go from there. Pretty much. Which is okay. It's perfectly okay for what we just did. Instead of going crazy with it. We are kind of in a zone that we might be able to freeze this one. Let's try it. Might be worth it. We're pointing away from her, so it does hit her. And we might do enough to maybe do something.
Let's go.
Okay, so far so good. We get shot, that's fine. He's not close enough. New enemies. Regular ones we've dealt with so far. Okay, nothing too bad. It looks like this thing's not trying to hinder us right now. So we can make our way up here, and then figure out what we want to do here. I can get a free shot on this one. It is a one-shot, let's go for it. Blast you then. Okay, cool. Down goes her. Now we can make our way around freely, without being completely and utterly in the open, for the most part. Okay, Joker, what do we want you to do, buddy? Does this count as being on the side of him? Not really. If I head down here, maybe. Let's see. Okay, if I do it from here, it counts as being in range of this one. Okay, that's fine. Well, Joker, you're gonna head back a little bit, I think. Maybe a little closer? How close do we need to be? Maybe here? Okay. We're in the punch zone, but maybe this might be a good idea. Okay, let's go for it. I don't mind that range, if we can make use of it. I don't mind getting hits. Okay, we got hit. Perfectly fine. We're in a spot where it's like not detrimental to us, so it might work out. You never know. And we can also get a double shot on both of these guys, so it could work out. Also, one thing I actually found out, apparently if you're playing on the higher difficulty for hard, you actually do damage to your allies, which is interesting. I didn't even know that, which is kind of cool. But it makes characters like Ryuji and Haru much more important about their positioning and stuff like that. I do really like that. It's very good that they do that. Okay. What we can do, perhaps, right now, since we can hit them with a good chunk of stuff right now, I don't mind Ryuji going for a Mazio here. We do a little bit of damage to everybody around this person for right now, which is not bad. We can definitely make use of it. And then what we can do from here is then we can do a Mabufu on them, which could work, because that actually hits everybody over there. And that also gives Ryuji another movement. Then what we can do with that is maybe, just maybe, get a good triangle going here. Just in the right angle to actually maybe hit our little one that's trying and be a little bit sneaky right now. Because we can hit the parasol right now and get rid of it and get rid of that maiden. We might be able to actually do a little bit more here. Not bad. Okay, what's our regular Legionnaires gonna do? One blast, perfectly fine. Joker was perfect to be in the open zone, which works out perfectly for us. And now it's just all about just getting rid of these guys and going from there. So, I'm gonna try and do as much damage as we can, while we can, and make sure we get rid of that one. Okay, cool. Then what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna melee you. Just because we can. Might as well, right? We don't really get to do so. So it's fun to do it every now and then. And then we'll just blast in your head. Or in your non-existent head. And just like that, level 34 is now complete. Not too hard. Not too hard at all. Did pretty good. And now we're level 51. Which is pretty good, honestly. And then we also got a Grimmelkala and a Kumhonda, which I think I already had a Kumhonda because of the fact of, I fused with Lavenza and it broke, and it gave me a higher level persona, and I ended up getting one of those for free. I haven't had a Grimmelkala yet, so I don't know what that's going to do in this game. But not bad. 3 out of 8 turns to complete level 34 is pretty good, in my opinion. Thing is, what now? Are we still inside of the door? Or are we going to be heading back into the school?
Yeesh. They're not gonna cut us a single break, huh?
Seemingly not. But so far, so good.
I don't know why they're attacking us. Whatever the reason, we should prepare for more hostility.
Yeah, probably. Just in case.
So, what's the deal with this place?
Good question, Ryuji. Really good question.
I scanned the entire area during the fight.
What'd you find?
But this place doesn't seem to lead anywhere else. It's just some kind of sealed-off zone.
That's odd. So it's a big trap, then. So going in these places are traps, pretty much. For the most part. There might be something important in here. But for the current moment, we're not sure.
What is it, Erina? You're looking pretty beat.
Yeah, you okay, Erina? Still holding up alright? Want to get out of here? Yeah, do you want to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm fine. I probably just overdid it a little.
That's not good. Whatever that was with the speaker seems to maybe have messed her up a little bit. Or just the air itself.
And Toshiro, you're drenched in sweat. Are you about to throw up?
Maybe. He doesn't look good at all.
Oh, it's nothing at all.
Definitely nothing at all. With the fact that you're sweating completely.
I'm just feeling a bit too warm in this suit. It's heavier weight for winter, that's all.
Okay, if you say so. You sure that's the case?
Come on, let's get back to the hallway.
Yeah, let's try and get back there at least.
This place is just too much to handle. If we stay any longer, I might just lose it.
Yeah, same. I don't like this place either.
Yeah, we don't need to stick around. We can hash out our next steps when we're out of here.
Yeah, for sure. Thing is our hideout gonna be inside of the school from now on? Who really knows? Well, back to the school. We don't even know if that's safe either. But, back there, I guess? Looks like the door stayed.
We know what's on the other side of the door now. Too bad it didn't help us get home.
Well, I doubted it would take us back home, honestly, buddy.
What's next? Should we search for a similar door elsewhere?
Maybe. That might be a good idea.
Don't move a muscle. We've come to stop you.
Confrontational rebel? Well, at least we found some living beings in here. That's a good sign. Hello, buddies. You actually have heads. Unlike the Legionnaires here.
Oh, what now?
Good question, On.
We'll decide what now. You're Legionnaires, aren't you?
So they are called Legionnaires here too, okay. So in Marie's world, and whoever world this is, they're called Legionnaires, but in the Yoshiki one, they're called Aizen Squad. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder why they changed that.
If you are, you already know what we'll do with you, and don't bother lying.
Okay. They're definitely students, these rebels. Okay. So something at this school required them to rebel. Seemingly. Okay. Makes sense with everything else has been a reason to rebel from. But these ones aren't, like, afraid to rebel. These ones are, like, already rebelling on their own, which is interesting. Unless there is another person here that might be in the same, like, with, you know, just with Toshiro's, mother, kind of in the same vein. But, who knows, honestly. There could not even be anybody here, other than the shadows that are the rebellion.
Wait, now we swear, we are not your enemy.
Yeah, we're definitely not your enemy.
What happened was, we wound up in this world by accident. And now we're trying to find our way out.
Yeah, the best we can possibly do so, at least.
Really? I hadn't heard that one before.
Well, is that a good thing?
Well, if you make any wrong moves, we're tying you all up anyway.
Okay, fair enough.
So, has anyone else noticed how they're...
Kind of like the other ones. Yeah, I've noticed that for a while now.
Hell, they're the most tightly wound hat people we've met so far?
Oh, that's what you mean?
Indeed. I believe it'd be in our best interest to avoid provoking them further.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Listen, I know you're trying to get to your home.
Yeah, that's the case.
Unfortunately, none of us are able to leave here.
What do you mean?
Huh? Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
This entire place has been caught up in the clutches of a heartless tyrant.
Who's the tyrant?
Until he's been toppled, not a single one of us will be free. And that includes yourselves now.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense.
I saw that coming. Another door, another place that needs a revolution.
Well, honestly, it's pretty fun every time we get to do a revolution. So far, at least. From everything we've seen, it's been pretty crazy. And I like it like that, honestly.
Indeed! And we're the ones who shall kick it off and liberate this place. Permanently!
I like to hear it. They're very, they know what they want. I like this. These hat people are definitely, more, ready for rebellion, unlike the previous ones, which is pretty crazy.
And that's why we members of the Rebel Club are too preoccupied to help you escape.
The Rebel Club. It's like a school club, but they're rebels. That's funny.
And we're in quite a bind. We don't even have any useful leads.
We really don't. And we don't even know who the tyrant of this place is, either.
I suppose we could help you on the intel front. If you're willing to join our rebellion.
Honestly, we might as well. There's no reason not to. It would give us a good intel on what we need to maybe do next.
I see. A quid pro quo scenario.
Yeah, definitely seems that way.
The terms do sound reasonable enough at this point. Thoughts, Joker?
Honestly, no reason not to. Well, let's hear them out first, honestly.
Yes, we'd best learn more about the situation. Any final decisions can come after that.
Yeah, true. Might as well figure out what we can about them and go from there.
You heard the guys. We need more deets before we sign up for anything.
Yeah, what exactly are we signing up for, and who are you really fighting?
So be it. All of you, follow me.
Okay, I'll follow you. Show the way. Where exactly are we going, though?
We've reached our hideout. Enter.
Hideout. Okay. Probably Cafe LeBlanc, let's be honest here.
Alright, let's see here. It's another LeBlanc?
Yep, another LeBlanc. Think that's a good way to say that we could definitely trust them then.
Nailed it! Score 1 for the king of comedy!
Futaba. I love how funny Futaba can be sometimes. It's just out of nowhere, just slam right with a joke. Anything she comes up with just comes out of nowhere. But it's good. It's good comedy. In Ryuji's face too.
Although I have to say, the act has gotten a little stale by now.
I believe I speak for the panel when I say we would appreciate more animated gestures next time.
Maybe incorporating some props into your routine would spruce it up.
When did I say I was taking notes?
Fair enough.
What's this? Are you over here mocking our hideout?
No.
Oh no, we wouldn't think of it. No mocking here.
Hey, who's this strange lot?
Oh, we're with you guys.
Well, they're actually...
They're actually
I
what?
see. So you stumbled upon them, and they're trying to determine whether or not to join the Rebel Club.
Oh, that's what they were. They were just catching him up. Okay, I was about to say.
I suppose we are desperate. Even a cat would make a good ally in our circumstances.
Oof. Okay, fair enough. At least they need our help, at least. Because it seemed like they didn't at first, but with how, like, gung-ho they are, unlike the previous couple worlds. But it seems like they do still need some kind of help. Although exactly what they need, because the other ones were cowardice was their main trait, and we had to teach them to be strong and actually fight for their life. The first one, they just needed a proper leader, as well as enough support, because they didn't have enough support at all. And then seemingly, this one's more of what I said at first for the first one, maybe, because we haven't seen a leader at all in this one. Like, they have the troops, but it doesn't look like they have a leader, or at least no one that we know of so far, at least, because maybe we just haven't met them.
Better watch your tongue, buddy.
Before we agree to anything, though, would you mind sharing a bit more on what's happening?
Yeah, what exactly is happening here?
We heard something about a tyrant earlier. What else can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we kind of need all the deets.
In a nutshell, he's a ruthless monster.
Okay. Interesting imagery here. Seemingly male? Kind of got, like, fiery, spiked up hair from what I can see. And maybe the principal of the school that we're currently in. Maybe. Not 100%. Could be. But... interesting.
He has no problem throwing others under the bus, so long as he gets something out of it.
Throws people under the bus. Okay.
That's right. We all trusted him, and the traitor stabbed us in the back.
So they're a traitor. Interesting. So it's someone Toshiro sees as a traitor. Then, if we base it off the previous ones, if it is indeed all taking place inside of Toshiro's mind and soul, like how he said in the second chapter, as a group, then this would be someone Toshiro sees as a traitor. Huh. Okay, then.
That bastard took away someone very close to me.
Their name was redacted. That was weird.
If only it weren't for... It's time he got what he deserves.
Why are they getting redacted?
What was that?
That was weird.
Every single one of us here has been put through hell by
somebody.
Huh. We can't hear him say the name. What's the deal there?
That is weird. That is very weird.
Weird, right? What do you think is doing that?
That's a good question.
It's enough backstory. Are you going to help us or not?
Can we tell them we couldn't actually hear what they said for the name? Or do they think that we heard them? It seems like they think that. Huh. Weird. But I think we did technically meet this tyrant via the speaker. I think that is their way of communication. to control their troops. So, good to keep that in mind just in case. Thing is, though, is what do we do with that information, is the real question.
Just to be clear first, you do know how we can get out of here, right?
Yeah, do you know?
Fine. We'll tell you this one thing for now. This is top secret, mind you.
Top secret, you say?
Recently, we were able to confirm the location of the Legionnaire's leader.
Okay, good to hear. Where is it?
The place is locked up so tightly, none of us can get in.
Well, it's just a padlock, but okay. You could probably break that. Just get the lockpick lawyer guy on YouTube and hit it with the same type of lock and it'll break open. Based on how he does all his videos, he just smacks the thing with the same lock and it opens up. It's funny, I don't know why that's the case, but they always say, oh, these locks are super crazy, and then wham, it's open. It's like, oh, I guess you don't need to put in the code.
We can only break in if we find all 4 keys to the door.
All 4 keys? Doesn't even look like it takes 4 keys, but okay. Huh.
And what's that got to do with us? We're looking for an exit, not a fight.
True, but maybe the exit's in there? It would make sense if it's locked up tight.
We've searched every other place in this building, and we haven't found a single way out. We've never seen what's behind that locked door. Which means...
it's possibly the exit. That makes a lot of sense. Good to know.
Which means...
If they've already searched everywhere else and still haven't found an exit...
That is what they said, literally.
There's a real chance we'll find what we're looking for beyond that door. I believe that's their logic.
It's fair logic, honestly. I don't see why not thinking that could be the case. Honestly, it's pretty sound, honestly.
I suppose this means we do share a common goal. Yes?
Definitely seems that way. Well, let's join the Rebel Club then.
Good idea. It's not as though we have any other leads at the moment.
Which is true, and it's the only safe, group that we can deal with in the current moment. They're just like the previous, hack guys we've been dealing with in the previous couple kingdoms. So, we know we can trust them, and the fact that they're inside of the LeBlanc means that we can indeed trust them. So, let's stick with them and see what we can possibly gain through a beneficial, deal between both us and them.
Plus, helping them may even jumpstart Toshiro's memory.
It possibly could as well. That is a good thing to say.
Thank you. Hopefully I can remember something useful.
Yeah, hopefully. With how you were reacting in the previous room when we were in that fight, those loudspeakers were doing a big number on you and Erina.
Having come this far already, I'm determined to get to the bottom of my memory issue.
Honestly, same.
That settles it. We're joining the Rebel Club.
We definitely are.
Glad to hear it. Welcome aboard, everyone.
We're very glad to be welcomed aboard.
As of this moment, you're officially members of the Rebel Club. We'll root out and confront this evil as one.
Best we could possibly do as a team.
Yeah, we're that much closer to success.
Good to hear.
So, do you know where any of the keys are?
I just realized something. Erina's colors are much more closely related to this group than the first group. That's odd. Yeah, look at that. Now that I'm seeing her next to them, she's got the same kind of like black as the suits that they're wearing. And then the skirt is the same red between her and the female rebel shadow there. That's odd. That's really odd.
According to our investigations, there are strange-looking doors spread across the building.
Wait a minute. She also used to have a hat too, didn't she? She had that hat that got shot off by Marie, and that was the same type of hat that the guy on the left was wearing, wasn't it? It had a silver clip though, didn't it? Yeah, it did. I think it did. That's strange. So is this where she's supposed to be from? It's possible. Because she's much more closely resemblant to these guys than the other ones. Huh. That's weird. It's very weird.
You should find them beyond those doors. In a horrible pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension. That's a good way to say what those are, honestly.
We've already been through one of those. So there are more of them, huh?
Makes sense. So all the evil monsters are behind the pocket dimension doors.
The closest one is in the courtyard.
Courtyard?
Once you're properly equipped, please head there and acquire it for us.
We'll definitely try the best we can do.
Bet they're all crawling with enemies. Well, nothing new to us.
So does the enemies not roam the outer school then? That's strange. We can probably hear the tyrant outside of the rooms, probably. And maybe we can meet them outside of the rooms? But it seems like the Legionnaire force can't be inside of the school, which is weird. But maybe it makes sense.
You said it. Well, let's suit up and get going.
Yeah, we probably should head out as soon as possible. Strange. Very strange. Okay. Trying to piece together what we just saw about Erina and those other rebels. Don't know how I feel about that, honestly. But it's very interesting. Also, the one rebel guy in Ryuji and Erina just staring at them. Okay. What else is there to note here? And he's carrying the coffee maker like a rocket launcher. Toshiro's just staring along. Just going like, what the heck is going on here? Okay then. Well, let's see. First is let's look through our skills real quick. We have a lot of points to use, so maybe we should work with that. We should also check if there's any new quests for this new area first as well. Might as well. Wrong menu. We need to do it from the hideout menu to see if we have any quests in there.
So now
Nothing
until
yet.
next time.
Good to know. Let's definitely go to prep though. So definitely skills. Actually, how many talks do we have? That might be a good idea too, because we're close to getting maybe another skill on top of that. So maybe we should do the talk first. Yeah, let's do that first. A building full of mystery. Okay. That is definitely a good thing to talk about. This place is a major mystery. Very sinister.
Finally a breather. This place feels a lot different from the others we've been in.
It does.
With Marie and Yoshiki, the metaverse was an entire country. But according to the rebels earlier, nothing else exits outside this building.
Absolutely nothing? What does that mean? Yeah, absolutely nothing.
If that's what they said is true, it means the entire metaverse is this one building.
That's kind of scary. A world comprised of a distorted school building filled with eerie doors. This is much more like a palace than the other ones then. Interesting. And inside those doors, a bizarre place crawling with legionnaires.
What do you mean idea for your world? These put together into concept, you know.
I bet there's another ruler here who's up to no good. What kind of evil mastermind do we gotta be up against this time? Good question, Ryuji.
Hold on. If this place is also part of Toshiro's son's heart, does that mean the ruler here is someone who knows?
I'm sorry.
Very good point. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't have a clue just yet. Fair enough, honestly. This place does give me a funny feeling, though. Like I kind of know it, but don't at the same time. That's worrying, but makes sense with everything we've seen. Yeah, no need to force yourself. Let's just, Just let us know when you remember something, okay? Okay, fair enough.
Strangely, I feel the same way. I don't know why, but I had this weird feeling ever since we got here.
Makes sense.
If I'm being honest, I don't like how it feels at all.
That's definitely worrying with how you've been this entire time.
It's surprising coming from you, Erina.
Sorry.
It is, it really is.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you all. I'm fine, really. I'm sure I'll get used to it soon.
She's been more questioning herself a lot recently. Like, ever since we got to about halfway into Chapter 2, she was questioning herself a lot ever since then. Wonder if, there's a major reason for that or not. Like, or at least a way we can help her. Because she's been feeling like, she either can't help us as much as, Toshiro has been able to, because Toshiro has been able to help us a lot more than Erina at some points. And maybe she's feeling like she's, lacking in power, or not able to help us as much as she used to be able to, and is maybe jealous or sad that she can't help, or something to that similar kind of stance, maybe? I'm not 100%, but that's kind of what I'm getting from it.
So this is a school, huh? You guys go somewhere like this almost daily, don't you?
Sounds good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it sort of looks like this, but a real one is much more crowded and lively. Oh, that sounds like fun. And there's all kinds of people there too, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Yep, sometimes you get shitty teachers, sometimes you get nosy counselors.
You definitely get that. You get that with Maruki.
I miss him. I miss him so much. He was fun. Even if he ended up being one of the villains, I enjoyed everything to do with Maruki.
Don't forget a terrifying student council president.
Yeah, that too. Like a fearsome chief with a fist of steel.
You shouldn't say that in front of Makoto.
I don't know about all of that. I only punish shadows and legionnaires. And juniors who don't know how to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, terrifying, just like Ryuji said.
Sorry, Senpai.
Sorry, Senpai. School sounds pretty exciting, huh, Senpai?
Whatever.
I feel like that was a bit misleading. Anyways, the only clue we have to go on are those keys. Since we're in a whole new place now, it might be a good idea to plan our team formation.
Probably. We got 3 for that one, instead of 2 like normal. Okay, cool. Okay, now that we got that situated, let's definitely look into our skills. We have a lot of them, so might be best to look into doing something with that. Well, Joker, what do we want for you, buddy? Trump card, don't know if we need that. Dropping down to 50% HP could be helpful. By the way, I found out what these are. They're severe damage, by the way. Apparently, in the DLC, you can see Joker's one. So that's kind of cool. That's what I've heard. So this is severe, just in general despair damage, which is cool. And then, Akechi has, trying to remember, severe almighty damage. And then, Kasumi, or Sumire, which she's supposed to be called, but because it's earlier, it's Kasumi, has, severe holy damage, apparently, which is pretty cool. So, honestly, pretty cool. I'll definitely have to say that. But, what do I want here? Hawkeye could be really good, but I do think we should increase our damage, and also maybe increasing the range of our stuff might be helpful too. Or, well, it's not increasing the range, it's just increasing the, what we have. So that could be good too. So, let's go with Despair Boost, just to increase the current damage of what we have. Because now this is heavy with a boost on top of it. So maybe that could be good, you never know. And then, for Mona or Morgana, we can... Ooh, we have the ability to grab the other one here for the sweep Mega Booster. That could be good. We also have the way of doing heavy damage in a small area too. Could be useful. Skill range is also useful. It's definitely curious on what we want out of this. 25 for that. So I'm not able to get that no matter what. Getting Lucky Punch would be cool, if possible. I would like the ability to maybe get some more SP at the start. Could be helpful. Not 100%. I do think grabbing Heal now, though, on Morgana might be a good one to go for, just in case. And then go for this one, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. We can maybe make use of that. Or maybe... do we want to just go for this? Because you never know, it might be worth it. This is a full heal, by the way. Okay. Could be good. I don't know, it's kind of dependent on what we can do here. The extra damage could be helpful, though. And would make Morgana more helpful to have. But I do think maybe we should go for the heal. Or maybe what we can do is go for this and this. Because honestly, having a extra follow-up attack on Morgana is not a bad idea with the fact that Morgana has more movement. So, could be helpful, you never know. I guess we'll kind of figure that one out as we go. And then for on, honestly, probably starting to make our way down to this section might be a good idea. Honestly, at the current moment. What's this one? Medium damage, medium area. Could be better than what we have. SP boost into a skill range could also be really good. And extra speed could also be helpful as well. Honestly, yeah, I kind of like that more, so just go for SP for her. Ryuji, honestly, extra movement could always be good, to be completely honest here. Endure would also be very helpful. Having a more powerful Blitzkrieg could also be helpful as well, because it doesn't have much damage, and increasing that up to 81 might actually make it useful. But honestly, for the most parts, maybe getting us to having the extra movement could be better. And also getting the cover or reduced damage is also really good on Ryuji, because Ryuji has a lot more HP, so we can kind of use that to our advantage. So it could be good. And then for Haru, honestly, for her, just focusing on damage for her is honestly the best thing we could possibly do, in my honest opinion. So, it's kind of whatever we want at this point. And then, I think this one gives us HP and SP back, proportional to how many targets get hit. Could be good. I don't think we really need it, though. Raises attack for all allies, though. That could be good. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the heavy damage. Sounds fine to me. Yeah. Go for heavy damage and then go from there, maybe. Or what we can do is just grab this. But I'm gonna say heavy damage for now. And just go for there. Yusuke. Yusuke, good question, honestly. I have no idea what we want on him. SP, HP. Don't really need the extra HP as much. I guess just grab the SP so we can build up a little bit better. Or maybe we could pull this off and then go over here. Okay, that doesn't go as far as I thought it would. Okay, probably just that then. Just so we can start building towards that instead. Could be a good idea. We also have apparently a couple more points on Haru put into the HP for now, just so she has something. Okay, Makoto. If I grab this, okay, it doesn't open this up. I wasn't sure if it is something we need to get both of those for to unlock it in this version. I'm not really sure how that works yet. Media is actually really good, by the way. Could be worth it to grab that on her. Daredevil. Increases knockback distance by 2 spaces. Could be good, honestly. kind of like the idea of that. But I also kind of like the idea of increasing the damage. But honestly, the extra movement, getting closer to this would be really good for her, honestly. So let's just grab that and get closer to godlike speed for her, and then prepare her for later. Okay, Futaba can't really do much with this, I think. Oh, actually, we can. I kind of like the more SP, actually, to be honest. HP isn't needed as much for us right now, so I feel like that's just better. Grimoire would be good too if we can get it, but I don't think it's going to be possible. We might be able to. If I get rid of both of these, I can get it. Maybe not yet. I'll hold off. And then for Erina, that's a good question, honestly. What do we want with her? Could start building her towards this. She does have a godlike speed down there. She also has this, which is an increased movement square upon getting a 1 more. Could be very good to have. Do like the idea of it too. But, honestly, getting hero, what would be hero sight in Mario and Rabbids for twice on Erina could be really good, because it stops movement completely. Kind of like that more, honestly. If I get rid of this, do I have enough for anything else? It's close, but not enough. Okay, we'll take what we can get. Might as well, like, double check on things while we can before we go into our next fight, honestly, since we know that the fight is going to take a while. So, might as well be prepared for it instead of, like, not being prepared for it, right? And then, honestly, other than that, any new weapons that we should look into while we're here as well.
Something more powerful?
There is new
What
weapons.
would you like?
Okay. Well, Hell's Abyss can be good. It's an upgrade completely from the Sandhawk.
Everything good?
I think we definitely go for that, I think, because Joker didn't get a special weapon between the 2 chapters. So let's get the Cactus, and then any reason to majorly upgrade. Not fully. I'm not seeing one for Morgana right now. Not really a reason to upgrade yet. Fireworks for Ryuji is definitely worth going up from. So we either have Fury or Calamity Gun. 48's not bad. Less range for 52 damage. Could be worth it. Let's go with the Fury. We'll go with that. I like the extra range on Ryuji. And then, I don't think we're going to want to change on Haru yet. Yusuke's got a weapon that has a thing on it. Is it super better though? Doesn't really look like it. 45 is a lot of damage on Ryuji. Could be worth it. But honestly, do we want that? I don't know, honestly. And then, she is not much of an upgrade. Okay, so don't do that one yet. But that definitely looks like an upgrade. Okay, we're definitely getting Caltrop then. Let's grab that, equip it. And then, Erina's got a better weapon. Oh, good. And then, make sure we look at the other one, just so it's not popping up from there. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. We'll take what we can get. And I guess we go from there. Okay, next battle. Here we go. First key for our door apparently is where we're going. Don't know 100% if it is.
Let's head out.
Okay, let's head out and see if this does indeed lead to a key.
I can never get in the right mood for this stuff in my normal outfit. Hope it kicks in when the time comes.
Hopefully it does, Ryuji.
The courtyard is over on the other end of this floor. There's no time to waste.
We'll follow you, buddies.
Ready, set, go! Best of luck in battle!
Thank you, little buddies.
Man, these guys. I can't tell if they're gung-ho or just bossy.
Probably both.
We'll continue our own preparations here for the final battle with that awful tyrant.
I'm really curious who that tyrant is. I think they're going to keep it a secret until the end. I really do. With the fact that they're redacting it, it's got to be somebody very, very important. And maybe even, it could even be Toshiro. With the fact that it's not telling us. It's weird that they're not telling us. Unless it's not, and just happens to be redacted to the point where it just doesn't want Toshiro to remember just yet. Maybe. It is very interesting.
Let's move out. We've got a key to track down.
Okay, well, let's head out. And the thing is eventually we are going to run into Toshiro, right? If we're inside his own mind, that would confirm that. So, it's not 100%. But, with the fact that if the theory is right and we are inside Toshiro's mind and he's inside his own mind as well, that means we're eventually going to confront him at some point. Although I don't think it's going to happen in Chapter 3. So, because I would think at least by the final chapter, because I don't think this is the final chapter. I think we are at least halfway through, if we compare it to Strikers. But the thing is I doubt it would be Toshiro, so it's weird that it's redacted on who their tyrant is. We'll keep that in mind and keep pushing forward. And just have that in the back of our minds from here on out.
I wonder which part of the building we're in now.
Good question. It looks the same.
Still, the first floor would be my guess.
Maybe.
I don't know about you guys, but isn't this place a vibe?
I wouldn't say that.
You know, not shadows or legionnaires. That other scary stuff.
Oh, you mean like a horror movie?
Wait, no, you don't mean...
I wouldn't say that for Makoto. Makoto hates ghost stories. Kind of reminds me of something like Corpse Party, where it's like the horror movies inside of the high schools, or like a Japanese high school. That story was crazy. It used to be a very popular game series back in the day. Nobody plays it anymore, from what I've seen. But the anime for one of them is pretty scary. It's definitely a good watch if you like horror movies and stuff like that. I would definitely have to say that. Very, very creepy and dark, though. I will have to say that. So be warned, it is going to get gruesome. Is what I should say. But if you like horror stuff, I definitely recommend it for sure. You scared too? Honestly, probably.
Oh no, I don't believe in ghosts, so she's not facing me.
Well, that's not what I really meant by that.
Hey, I mean it.
That's no the question. I'm surprised Joker said it the way that I thought it would be, but okay.
I'm just a bit preoccupied at the moment.
Fair enough.
My mind keeps coming back to one thing. Don't the beings here seem more riled up than the ones in the last two kingdoms?
That is true. That is very true.
Would there be a reason behind it?
I would think so, maybe.
If so, then my money would be on your recent change of mindset.
Possibly would confirm that we are still inside your mind.
I mean, if this world does exist in your heart, it'd make sense for changes to your state of mind to influence the place.
Yeah, actually. Fair enough, actually.
Oh, so it's because Toshiro decided he was going to fight back?
Maybe.
It stands to reason. Once Toshiro was emboldened, so were the other beings.
That would make a lot of sense, honestly.
He's gone from the runaway old-timer to the sorta defiant old-timer.
Sorta defiant. What a way of thinking.
Well, being around you criminals was bound to toughen me up a bit.
You still want to call us criminals, buddy? You have more than enough proof that we are.
You really had the spine of a block of tofu when we first met, didn't you, Tofuro?
Tofuro.
Erina, you still need to grow up a bit yourself.
Fair enough. True, though, too.
Aren't you roughly the same age as these kids? You need to learn to respect your elders, or life is going to be...
You really shouldn't be saying respect your elders when the fact that you're not old. And you've told us multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Why, I'm not putting up with this anymore.
You are definitely going to be putting up with it more and more and more.
Good grief. Those two haven't matured at all, have they?
Not at all. Not even a single bit.
Okay, enough of this for now. We've got work.
Yeah, we do. We need to figure out what's going on here, too.
Yeah, let's do what we gotta do to find our ticket out of here.
Find the courtyard as well. Okay, sorry for the random cut there. Camera deciding to turn off like it normally does, like the weird couple moments that we have recently. Every now and then, it's like randomly, after like at least 10 episodes of something, or 20, or 30, Like, a whole series goes by, then all of a sudden it does it again. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with it. Something to do with the cord, something. It's easily fixable. I've thought of a way to work around it, so when it does happen, I can easily, completely snuff it out and fix it. So, honestly, no major problems if it does. It's super easy to fix. It's just weird that it happens, honestly. Just mentioning it, just because I want to tell you guys that what had happened. So, nothing has happened between me talking to you guys last and us getting to where we are now. So basically, where we're at, just did a teleport into the next area, and now we're in the courtyard. So, let's catch up with our team and see what's going on right now.
Is this the right place?
Seems like it, Morgana. Definitely seems like it. Also, apparently it wasn't at the end of the dialogue there. So, technically, could have just left that menu. But, is this the right place? Seems like it. It kind of looks like Shujin in the courtyard area, but it's not Shujin, obviously.
This can't be.
Remember anything, Toshiro?
A rather pleasant courtyard.
It is, rather pleasant, I guess.
One could easily find a place to sit back, relax, and enjoy a bento.
Maybe, but you don't have enough money for a bento, and we know that.
Dreaming of food even now, Inari?
Well, to be fair, he has no money and he's starving every single moment we see him.
I could go for lunch myself, but we've got that to take care of first.
Yep, that door that's somewhere near here. Ominous.
Yeah, that. I'm sure some other fresh hell awaits us on the other side.
100%. Definitely. Definitely.
But the rebels told us that's where the key is, right?
They did say that it could potentially hold the key. They weren't 100% on it, I'm pretty sure.
Along with a heap of legionnaires too, no doubt. Time to work up an appetite.
Yeah, definitely time to work up an appetite indeed, on the battlefield. Well, let's do this then.
Right. Whatever's on the other side, I'll make short work of it.
I can definitely agree you would.
Damn, Makoto! Those legionnaires don't scare you at all like some other stuff, huh?
For sure. Okay, door's open. Toshiro, are you okay? I seem to remember something there for a second, but you didn't say what it was.
Hello, Earth to Toshiro. Something bugging you?
Something's definitely bugging him.
Oh, it's nothing.
Toshiro, it's probably best if you start telling us what's going on in your mind right now, buddy.
I could swear... Where have I seen this place?
Okay, he's just putting 2 and 2 together. He's not 100% what it is. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, folks. On the count of 3, like last time.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
At least they got it right the way they counted it this time, because they thought it was 3 to 1 last time. Okay, in we go. Hopefully we find a key in here. Not exactly sure for sure, but it looks like we're going straight into battle. Same kind of concept as the last place, though? That's a good question. Maybe not, but I guess we'll find out. If it's fiery, lava-y, it is, and probably smells like death, like the last one too. Okay, so this is going to be where we're going to have to end episode 18 here. The reason why is, well, if we were to continue, this is actually going to end up being a lot longer of an episode if I do continue from here, because this is actually super important. So, we're going to leave the battle for the next episode, because of how important this is. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys, like always. With that being said, in the next episode, we will be continuing our path to finding out how to open up the major door that is connected to the entire kingdom, and hopefully starting to piece together who could possibly be the redacted tyrants of the kingdom that is based off of this sinister school-like area, and honestly figuring out what we could possibly do to maybe stop them. With that being said, thank
Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.